All right, ladies and gentlemen, Stephen Benoit Jericho here, and welcome to the very first episode of our Genesis special. Now, starting things off, we've got a real grudge match for you, ladies and gentlemen. We have Manny the Bull Ortiz taking on Adam Malcolm. And now, as you've heard on the J.K. Ross talk show, now Adam Malcolm actually spent some jail time just recently and was released, a matter of weeks ago for the shooting last year of Manny the Bull Ortiz. Now, we wanted to keep things kind of clean because it did escalate on the Uprising episode backstage where these two actually, threw down, and fortunately no one was severely hurt. But we're giving them a chance to take this in the ring, one-on-one, where we can't legally keep Malcolm out of here, keep him from buying a ticket, and we don't want him sneaking in here and things getting just out of control. So we decided to put them in a ring together in a controlled environment so they can work out these emotions they have. Now, in the top left of the corner of your screen, you see Akira Ross. She's actually the daughter of J.K. Ross. She's in the corner of Manny Ortiz. They've got a friendship that, dates back years and years. And on the bottom right of the screen, you see Adam Malcolm's wife, Jessica Malcolm, actually here in her husband's corner. Now, folks, this being the very first episode of Genesis, you're probably realizing that I am not interacting with you all through the feed. This is a total pre-recorded commentary here. Sorry about that little out of character. I won't do it again. But now, back to the action. Things heading on the outside here. I'm up safe in my booth, so I'm not down near the action at the table like I usually am during the Uprising episodes. Malcolm here hitting a big DDT on a Manny the Bull Ortiz. Now Ortiz has been trying to work his way back into ring form, and that's a good start right there. Nice takedown, has Malcolm right up on his shoulder and slamming him through the mat. Seems to be just having his way with Malcolm early on. Definitely a lot of feelings that he needs to work out. Adam Malcolm, a big physical specimen too, 6'4", about 260, so a good sized guy. You can tell because we all know how big Manny Ortiz is, a big 6'3" bruiser, and Adam Malcolm, slightly larger than Manny. Not exactly sure what this match is going to accomplish as far as ending this bitter feud between these two, which, I guess you shoot somebody, you just have a little different emotion when you're standing toe-to-toe to him, and apparently some feelings still there as Adam Malcolm going for a baseball bat. Manny Ortiz chooses to put it down instead of using it as a weapon. That just goes to show the character of Ortiz. He definitely wants to get his hands on Malcolm, but he's not having murderous intent here. He just wants his little comeuppance and slamming Malcolm down on the ground. Referee got in the way. No ill intent there, just wrong place, wrong time. This Adam Malcolm, definitely a dirty, dirty man. You can see had no interest in apologizing or trying to make it up to Manny Ortiz at all. And that's very evident from him bringing that baseball bat into play here. Adam Malcolm going for a pin. A 2 count as Ortiz kicks out. Now here at HWA, we've given Manny Ortiz ample time to kind of recover in his debut match against Ian King. You know, there are definite signs of still pain and fatigue from recovering from that bullet wound. Let's see if Manny can get back into form here as he tries to take out some of his frustrations on Malcolm. Simple yet effective move, tossing Malcolm over his shoulder using his own body weight. I've never seen Malcolm in ring, but he's definitely got some ability here. Some good reversals. I think we find pretty safe to say what Adam Malcolm's favorite move is here, and he beats Manny Ortiz. One-on-one, Adam Malcolm defeats Manny Ortiz. Clearly, Manny is not back up to his full potential here. Still got to be trying to recover from that bullet wound. Clearly, the speed and power not quite back up to what we're used to seeing from Manny Ortiz. And here's a look at that axe kick that Adam Malcolm frequented through this whole. Manny definitely got his shots off, and you can see the blood pouring down from the forehead of Adam Malcolm. All in all, a pretty good match. I don't know if that's going to settle things between these two, but good match anyways. So. All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. Match 2 of the first Genesis program. We have Bobby Johnson out of the Next Gen Wrestling Federation as he finally spreads his wings and flies coming up to Hybrid. Donning the purple and black accented gear, shorts and boots. That is Hunter Hunt. Hunter Hunt represents the Retro Kings, and Bobby Johnson with a foot to the face. Now, I don't know a whole lot about this Bobby Johnson just yet, but from what I hear, he's definitely the big bruising style. Brings a lot of that street violent thug mentality behind him. More out to hurt people than, actually win matches, apparently. However, Johnson, I believe he's the former heavyweight champion over on Next Gen. Bobby Johnson just trying to take out the core of Hunter Hunt. We've seen him do that backbreaker and then tossing Hunter, probably 3 or 4 times already, just really establishing his dominance early on. Now, Bobby Johnson, not a very really big, heavy guy, though. And a power bomb using the ropes there, catching Hunter right back before he even hit the mat. That was kind of a cool springing power bomb, using that top rope there to bounce him off, and then use the momentum from that into a power bomb. Now, Hunter Hunt hasn't really moved a whole lot since then. Got him up on his shoulders, marching him around into a Samoan drop right in the center of the ring. Referee going for a pin. Just a 2 count, but Hunter Hunt kicks out. Hunter not able to get anything going so far. On the opposite end here, Bobby Johnson, very dominant in his debut in the HWA. Spins in him. Oh, he had him in an armbar. Bobby Johnson close enough to the ropes to get that opposite hand there. Good technical skill right there out of the blue from Hunter Hunt. Definitely a way he could have turned this one around for himself right there. You wrap up that arm bar. If you get a good technique with that, you know, someone can really put the night to bed, basically. Great move there, springing him off the ropes, catching him in the air and delivering a lung blower. And at a 2 count, Bobby Johnson kicks out. Hunter Hunt looks like he's fired up now. The momentum swinging to his way. Couple clotheslines here. Johnson in the corner at diving. These two are all over the place. Ends it with a clothesline and a kip up. Look at Hunter Hunt just rolling now. This Genesis crowd just going crazy all over, and this is a mix of people from all over this. He's got it back in another armbar, but Johnson gets a foot on the bottom ropes. That's twice right there that he had. Oh, there's another armbar, but Johnson to the ropes again. Hunter Hunt could have put this one away about 3 times if he was a little more aware of his surroundings. And there's a 3 count. Hunter Hunt picks up the win here on Genesis. Very exciting match 2 right there, folks. Two exciting competitors that we look forward to seeing on the Rising Star brand. Actually, I believe Hunter will actually end up on Pandemonium. Hunter has been signed to Pandemonium, and Bobby Johnson will represent Uprising. So kind of a cool little match there. Not sure if these two will ever face each other again, to be honest, but Hunter Hunt victorious on episode 2 of Genesis. All right, ladies and gentlemen, Stephen Benoit Jericho back here for the 3rd match of the first Genesis show. Little tag team action here as we have Collins and Lewis set to take on the Generation with Will King standing outside. This is Braden Bass squaring off first with Elliot Collins here. Collins, those educated feet, but he's going to have to find a way to keep Braden Bass from getting that speed rolling here. You know, although Elliot and Lewis are both pretty quick men as well, you know, it's pretty hard to stop this Braden Bass once he gets rolling. Braden here showing off a little strength too. Has him up in the power bomb lift, but instead throws him over his shoulders, catching the face of Elliot Collins onto that top turnbuckle. Thought for sure Braden was going for a power bomb there, but now he goes for a pin and just a quick one count. Elliot Collins kicks out of that. Having a little bit of stuttering problem, I guess, here on the Genesis show right now. Ladies and gentlemen, I apologize. Elliot Collins tags in his partner, Elijah Lewis, to see if he fares a little better. And now the big man comes in. Here comes Aiden Bass. Basically, someone hit the refresh button as we have the 2 freshmen in here now, both tagging in at the same time. Elijah Lewis. Not sure why he's tagging out. Apparently, some reason he feels that Collins may fare a little bit better against Aiden Bass. This may be why. Collins, great move there, slowing Aiden down to the top ropes. It looked like Braden Bass was going to come over and try to shove him off the top ropes, but he fired that high-risk maneuver just in time, but maybe the delay as soon as he really should have. Aiden Bass getting those knees up. Will King standing on the outside at the bottom of your screen, watching just intensely as his generation tag team, the Bass brothers here, look to get back into the swing of things in hybrid. I know he's hoping they have a good showing here, a good start. Elijah and Elliott, their opposition, they are formerly part of the O'Connor Incorporated, but Aaron choosing, to retire from professional wrestling, or at least working his way to that, and got sick of who he had for clients and whatever in HWA, and chose to part ways with us, leaving Elijah and Elliott here to try to see if they can reset themselves and be successful as a tag team without Aaron O'Connor there in their corner. Big brain buster there. Good strength from Elijah Lewis, just picking this big man up, and again back-to-back brain busters from Lewis, and now he's going up top. Oh no, middle ropes, diving, and catches the body splash. Now wisely tagging Collins back in. Here comes Elliott. Good strategy, trying to keep the more fresh man in to take on this massive Aiden Bass here. Elijah Lewis and Elliott Collins doing very well, and Collins taking a second to perhaps gesture over to the big man, and Aiden not appreciating that, slamming him down on his back. Deadlift to the shoulder, and what a cutter right there. From the shoulder, just driving Elliott Collins' face into the mat for a 2 count. The main shows. Make sure you like and subscribe here if you haven't already. If you're enjoying this little pre-recorded Genesis show, make sure you hit that like button. Give us a comment as well. One of the plans moving forward is using people that, weren't on the main show in the week coming. And Elliott Collins and Lewis pick up a win. I know Will King cannot be happy about this, folks. Look at some of the highlights here. Big cutter. I thought for sure Aiden had Collins right there. That should have been the final touches, but somehow Collins was able to kick out. You see him here delivering a nasty backbreaker. Clearly frustrated, the Bass brothers are all over Collins and Lewis, pounding them down. Definitely upset over that. Break this up, folks. Break this up. All right, ladies and gentlemen, main eventing this first Genesis episode are these 4 members of the Pandemonium roster here. This is Darkside, Feck, Devontae Bradshaw, and the Destroyer. Ladies and gentlemen, in this Pandemonium four-way is an Extreme Rules Falls Count Anywhere match. And yes, it is one fall is the victory. So any member takes a fall, that is the end of the match, folks. Sure what's going on here with this camera crew. They should be there you go, drop down a little bit there. There you go, guys. Yep, that's better. That's clear. And I believe it's got all the superstars in there. There we go. Better job there, Mr. Cameraman. I appreciate it. A pin. Bradshaw on the top left trying to pin Destroyer. Feck running over a little bit late because Destroyer kicked out anyway. The top left, that's pretty boy Devontae Bradshaw squaring off with Destroyer there on the outside and in the ring here. Come on, guys, get the camera squared away. Darkside with Feck on the inside, and Darkside with that nasty uppercut there. European style uppercut. Now Darkside going for a weapon. He's got that bat. Can't see, swings and misses. It looks like Feck able to block it there. Took the bat from Darkside, clocking Darkside right in the forehead with that black baseball bat. Now Feck, evil intentions at hand, hits Destroyer. Feck just destroyed Destroyer with that bat twice. Pretty boy says, I don't know about this, steps inside the ring and lets the other guys get dirty. Oh, here he comes back outside now. Dives for a drop kick but misses and goes back to work on Destroyer, who is still feeling that shot from the bat. Destroyer just getting wrecked here. Took two bat shots to the head and then a couple of them delivered by pretty boy Devontae Bradshaw. It's like Destroyer has taken the most damage probably so far, thanks to that black baseball bat brought over by Feck. And now Devontae Bradshaw squaring Destroyer. He needs to go for a pin now. Destroyer has taken probably 5 or 6 bat shots here. Feck wanting to get the win, breaking up that pin attempt. Knows Destroyer is in a bad way here, ladies and gentlemen. Back in the ring. I don't know what it is about this match, but our cameraman can't seem to keep things under wraps. And check out the top left of the screen. Pretty boy Bradshaw suplexing Darkside onto the outside, where Feck on the inside still working on Destroyer. Destroyer is in a bad way in this one, folks. And Bradshaw going for a pin on Darkside. Darkside kicking out. What's going on here now? Feck loves his weapons. Feck just clobbering now Darkside with that, I believe it's a sledgehammer. Destroyer going for a pin, but Bradshaw right there to break it up. Bradshaw now ignoring Darkside, going to work on Feck. Has Feck wrapped up and drives his head into the ground here now, going for a pin. The other two competitors in the ring too far away, but Feck able to kick out. Gonna take me a little sip of this Black Rifle coffee here from BlackRifleCoffeeCompany.com. This one is getting nasty, folks. Now Destroyer finally retaliating, using that baseball bat himself. The heart this Destroyer must have, you know, to still be fighting after being hit with that baseball bat so many times so far today. Now Feck going for a pin. Destroyer is down. Destroyer is still kicking out. What heart this man must have. Now Darkside in there with his evil intentions, just pounding, and yet Destroyer again getting clobbed, and now just piles of weapons. Everyone's just smashing each other. Bats and sledgehammers and bodies just piled up over here in the corner. Get this damn camera situated. Bradshaw eats the steps, and now Darkside just clobbers Destroyer and Bradshaw with that sledgehammer. Talk about pandemonium. I think this Pandemonium four-way has been labeled, perfectly. Between these four Pandemonium superstars, that is exactly what we have. A pin here, and now Destroyer kicks out yet again. After as many times as he's been hit by weapons, how is Destroyer still able to even be on his feet and let alone kick out? Destroyer sending Feck for a ride on the outside, where Pretty Boy Bradshaw now has Darkside yet again up on the top turnbuckle. Well, there's a pin. Feck going for a pin, but Destroyer kicks out again. And meantime, Bradshaw and Darkside almost land right on top of that pin attempt outside. Destroyer trying to scramble back to his feet here. Pretty Boy delivers again, another one of those brain busters here. The referee all over the place, running down, can't get there in time as Destroyer breaks up that pin. Mikanishu driver there, or Pretty Boy driver, rather. And Destroyer just a mere couple inches away from having a 3 count at the end of this. Wouldn't it be something if Destroyer picked up the win after all the damage that he has taken in this one, folks? Darkside here wisely pulls Destroyer in the ring where none of the other competitors see, and continues just clobbering Darkside with this, or Destroyer with this bat. Destroyer's got to be out of it. The referee not paying attention. There he goes, but Pretty Boy sees it too. Referee comes in to make the pin here, the count, but Pretty Boy saw it first. That could have easily been it right there. Now Darkside going for the submission win on Bradshaw, but Destroyer and Feck both right there diving to break things up. Destroyer with that bat now. Takes out Darkside. Tries to take out Pretty Boy. Pretty Boy Bradshaw blocks it and then catches Destroyer. Now pin Pretty Boy. Perfect opportunity just squandered right there. Right, Pretty Boy Bradshaw, there we go. There's the pin. No one's up. The two others get to their feet, but Bradshaw, no. Rolls it over into a camel clutch. Going for a submission. And there it is. Pretty Boy Devontae Bradshaw just takes out Destroyer with a submission victory. Destroyer clubbed over and over, took so much damage. It was only a matter of time, folks. Picking up a win here in the main event from the first Genesis. This Pandemonium Fatal 4-Way. Pretty Boy Devontae Bradshaw. That match truly was pandemonium, folks. Look forward to seeing if any of these four members actually make the Pandemonium roster. They were all drafted to it. And they're trying to make their way up to the main show here, folks. Let's see if this battle will earn any of them a spot on the next Pandemonium.